Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Sorry my voice sounds weird. I'm having a cold and I'm recovering. But anyway, today I want to discuss what the next Halo game should be and what it should include. I don't know what the design philosophy is going to be for the next Halo game, but the next Halo game has to include what I'm going to be listing today in this video. Because since Halo 4, 343 has just been launching the game feature incomplete, and in addition, they've been targeting like one specific community and alienating other parts of the community, which is not the right way to do Halo. Because Halo is not just competitive or casual, it's one entire ecosystem from PvE, campaign, story, competitive, casual modes, custom games. And the way Halo Infinite rewards players to this day is not the right way you should design Halo. So in my opinion, what I'm about to list out should help the next Halo game return to what Halo was back in 2007 and to some extent in 2010. So this is my personal wish list for the next Halo game. It's unlikely any of these will be included, but I'm hoping Halo Studios listens and applies these recommended features and changes to the next Halo game. So first off, launch feature complete. This is what the Halo community has been begging for since Halo 4. Launch feature complete. Do not leave anything out. Do not leave anything unfixed. Do not launch anything broken. For the next Halo game, it has to ship with all core features from the previous titles, including Forge, a functional theater, custom games, a functional file share, full featured complete campaign with split screen co-op.
Along the way, when we fell down with the multiplayer launch of MCC, or when we didn't put split screen in with Halo 5, I think it's incredibly painful for the community and for us. I think it erodes trust with the community, as the community is part of our world building.
This list of things that you talked about, which we're fired up to do, but to work on experiences that we're not quite ready to talk about yet, we have had to make the difficult decision not to ship campaign split screen co-op and take the resources that we would use on that and go after this list
at launch, which can elevate the social experience of Halo as a whole. And I know Halo Infinite included co-op split screen in its multiplayer, but the fact it didn't include it in the campaign, even though it was clearly there in the files, and the fact you have to now glitch through it because they decided to cancel it to focus more on the competitive side of Halo, is not right. They have to launch the campaign with split screen co-op. They have to launch the multiplayer with split screen co-op, because that is what elevates Halo's social experience. You go to late night parties and you're socializing with people, and it's not always this isolated ecosystem where you're by yourself and you don't have any friends. In addition, if for the online experience, please have a working networking system. The networking system for Halo 5, Infinite, and MCC is still broken. There's still crashes that happen randomly. Sometimes you keep on, glitching up and down, desync basically, and it's just ridiculous that it's still not been fixed in either of these three games, and it has to be fixed. The game has to launch stable, it has to have a scalable network infrastructure, and it has to support PvP, PvE, co-op split screen seamlessly, simultaneously, and just work. Please, it just has to bloody work.
And one of the great things about having a fully dynamic game engine is all of this just works.
Really?
coming to the customization part of Halo, since Halo 4, okay, that's a lie. Since Halo 5, customization has been not good to say the least in Halo. Um, at least, okay, I'll give Halo 5 credit that it had free colors, but the fact you couldn't earn armor any other way but through the loot box system meant you couldn't unlock armor just by playing the game, and you just had to pray someone sent you their pack, their loot box, so you can unlock an armor by chance. So yeah, that's ridiculous. Now with Halo Infinite, that has been improved. With today, you can see that the customization has improved a lot since Halo 5, but there's still major problems. First off, and one of the most ridiculous things about Halo Infinite, the fact that there is no color wheel still angers me when it's been there since Halo Combat Evolved.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. You can customize the colors of the dead Spartans in Forge, but not the alive ones. Literal dead people are better off than the alive ones playing this game. Christ on 3 wheels, man.
And the colors look good in Halo Infinite, but again, the fact it's like Destiny 2 and you have to pay for it and you cannot customize it means you're left with the most generic color schemes if you don't pay. And honestly, for the next Halo game, I guess it's a hot take because some players want to pay for coatings, but I'll give my recommendation for how you can please those players as well. But for the next Halo game, there has to be a baseline color wheel for armor. It should not be locked behind coatings, and players should be able to customize their primary, secondary, and tertiary colors of their armor. And another thing I would really want, and this is something, if any of you El Dorito players are listening, and I think you guys know what I'm talking about, the color wheel for the visor. The fact in Halo Infinite you do have some free visors, but again you can't customize it. It's is also kind of ridiculous because you got free visors back in Halo Reach, although yes, you still had to grind for it, but it was free to unlock. But I recommend that 343 takes a different approach and allows users to customize the visor colors for free in their own liking. At least give these two customization for free to the community, because locking this behind codings and behind a paywall is frankly ridiculous and limits the amount of customization a player can do. And if you want to do machinimas, it really limits what you can do if you're not a paying customer on Halo Infinite. Now, to address some players who like the coding system, for some, say, mythic codings, you can sell that into the shop and players can buy that if they want to. But otherwise, give a color wheel for free and do not lock anything color related behind a paywall unless it's very special mythic armors. In addition, armors should be earnable. They shouldn't be locked behind a paywall. And the reason I say this is because back in Halo 3, when you ranked up to say gold or silver or platinum, you earned certain armors, and that armor reflected how much you grinded in the game and how skilled you were at the game. Halo Reach took a different approach to this and allowed you to buy armors with in-game currency that you earned. Just to emphasize on that, you earned that currency by grinding. There was no paywall behind that, but it sort of removed that skill or that sort of representation of how much you grinded in the game, and basically kind of made some of the armor feel a bit unspecial. Not all of it, but most of it kind of felt like you didn't have to grind it based on your skill, and basically you just had to go into firefight and just earn as much CSR as possible to just buy, say, Emil's helmet, although you couldn't unlock it back in base Halo Reach. You can unlock it in MCC, but you couldn't unlock it back on Halo Reach. I believe you had to earn it via Bungie's challenge, but that's besides the point. But if there has to be a shop, allow users to earn currency or to earn in-game money to buy from the shop. I believe Magpie Leon said the same thing, and he recommended that if the next game has to be a live service, which it most likely will be, allow users to earn currency in the game. Even not just paying customers who can buy currency, but you as a player who plays campaign, multiplayer, custom games of Forge or Firefight, you should be allowed to earn currency and then be allowed to use that currency in the shop the same way a paying customer can use their money to buy stuff from the shop. And this is sort of a recommendation from what I've noticed from Fortnite, but allow users to, if you want to, allow users to use their own money rather than the in-game money to buy armors if possible. This is just a recommendation. It doesn't have to be implemented, but it would be nice. Another thing, if there is a shop, allow users to buy items in a bundle individually. I don't want to be spending something worth of Helldivers 2 just to buy a Magnum that looks like Halo 3 ODST and then have items that I will never use again. So please, 343 or Halo Studios, include a feature or something that allows users to buy items individually for a lower price, and also remove the bloody armor core system, because you shouldn't be restricted on your customization based on the specific type of armor core. Whether you want to create a banana suit or you want to create something based on Ninja Gaiden, you should be allowed to use all of the armor in one core. You shouldn't be restricted to multiple cores. And for example, on Halo Infinite, I want to use, say, the Hayabusa, or not Hayabusa, but the Japanese style chest armor or waist attachment on my Mark 7 or Mark 4. But because of the way Halo Infinite's armor core system works, I am not allowed to use it. So it creates a sort of hassle to basically create the Spartan armor I want to make. In addition to this, include a feature where you can save a profile for the customization you have done to your Spartan armor or elite armor, which I'll get to. But one thing I would like from Fortnite to be included into Halo Infinite is the ability to save the customization profile you have created for your Spartan. Because let's say you want to go back to the default armor, but you don't want to lose, say, the Mark 6 armor sort of you made in the Mark 4. You can't save it on Halo Infinite. You have to remove it one by one and then return to the default armor. And then if you have a bad memory, you will have to go through the menu, like lines of boxes, just to get back to the armor customization that he had previously, which I think which shouldn't be an issue, and there should be profiles available to save your customization that you have done. It's a small feature, but that small feature will be able to help with the customization. And one more thing, do not have any FOMO. Allow people to buy the battle pass even if the event is over. Allow them later to buy the battle pass so they can earn any of the armor they couldn't grind for in the current event. Because right now, if you don't buy the battle pass in Halo Infinite, the items go away forever and they either go into the shop or they go into the exchange. And while it's good that they go into the shop in exchange for you to buy, it means it's more expensive for you to buy later on. And seeing how expensive items are in Halo Infinite, I say allow users to save up the money to buy the battle pass later down the line, so they do not have to constantly pay higher prices later for just not buying the battle pass. If you guys remember the Halo Combat Evolved or Halo 2 armors, and they're still there in the shop, they were shop items only in Halo Infinite, and that is bullshit. They should be earnable. So how I would put it for the next Halo game is that you should be able to earn these armors for completing the game on specific difficulties. So you get specific reward for completing the game on easy, a specific reward for completing on normal, heroic, legendary, lasso, and then you earn certain armors, legacy armors I say. So that can either be the default armor from Halo Combat Evolved 2, 3, Reach, ODST, 4, 5, or Infinite. You can earn certain emblems, you can earn certain armor effects only if you complete the campaign on certain difficulties. So therefore it shows people that, hey look, I have completed the game on these specific difficulties, and therefore, like with the ranking system in Halo 3, it shows that the player has grinded for the specific armor rather than paying certain money for it. In addition, and this is like a personal preference, not many Halo players may agree with it, but I would like a Resident Evil style unlock system where you unlock powerful weapons for completing the game on a specific time, on specific challenges, for finding certain items, which will encourage replayability and also encourage people to complete the game on higher difficulties, rather than finding the tank gun in Halo Infinite, then using it and then abusing it and making lasso or legendary easy. Those items should be unlocked for completing the game on legendary and lasso, or for completing the game as fast as possible, because it's a reward for your hard work and effort for completing the game on such a painful difficulty. It's why Resident Evil's unlock system is celebrated, because you unlock certain items like infinite ammo or a powerful magnum or a chainsaw because you had worked so hard to complete the game on no saves and with enemies who move like the Flash and do double damage. It shows how hard you worked, and it's also such a satisfying reward to get. And one more thing before you move on to the next Halo game, please fix MCC. There are still some major issues with the Master Chief Collection that needs to be ironed out. Also, please bring mods to console. Let the community take over if you're gonna abandon it, because mods are basically the lifeblood of the MCC currently, and it would be awesome to play something like Cursed Halo on console. And also, please open up a custom modded game browser similar to El Dorado, where if you join a custom game, you basically the mod downloads to your console or PC and you join the modded game easily. It'll give more incentive for modders to make more multiplayer mods, and it'll be less of a hassle for players to invite other players to just join their modded custom game lobby, and make it easier for everyone to join a multiplayer custom games match. Also, this is a hot take, but for me and I think many other Halo players, this is going to be essential. Bring Halo MCC and Infinite and maybe Halo 5 to PS5 and Switch 2, which will be able to expand the Halo community and rebuild sort of a new community with these new players coming from Nintendo Switch and PS5. Also, I know this is unlikely, but if 343 can open up Halo Infinite to the Steam Workshop, because they rely so heavily on the community, it would be really nice, because you would have custom maps, custom modes, custom assets, new guns, new vehicles, new items, new armors. I mean, it's a dream come true, and it can add more new content, more original content to the game that is not there right now. So this sort of blueprint is not just sort of a wish list. It is meant to help guide Halo Studios in the right direction on how to please everyone in the Halo community and not leave out certain parts of the Halo community. And I'm hoping they're listening to what the Halo community is pleading for, because this is your last chance, guys. If you fuck up with this Halo game, I'm sorry, you are getting thrown out, and Halo may be put on ice for quite some time, because Microsoft may see it as a hassle to keep it afloat. So please, nail it, because the Halo franchise needs a W for once in its franchise lifetime. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you liked the video, be sure to give a like, subscribe, tap notification bells on all platforms to know when I post a video or go live. But until then, I'll see you guys on the next video. This is Switchboy, signing out. Peace. Have a good one. Okay?